Jai Siya Ram, Radhe Radhe. Namaskar and welcome to this English edition of Bharat Vichar. I'm your host and host. My name is SUMIT and we take the name of Lord Shri Ganesha before we do the Shri Ganesha of today's telecast on the vlog. Look, the updates we have is Russians are the official mediators. Russia has stepped into the game, which changes the paradigms of the game and the outcome of the game fundamentally. Pakistan is out. Trump has warned China and also praised China. What is the difference of warning China and praising China? Ceasefire is ending in Israel. That is what the Netanyahu has to say. Hamas has started hitting Israelis. Israelis have, I think, lost 2 soldiers. Very sad for their loss. And the attacker who attacked Donald Trump, there are a lot of links which are coming. There's a lot of chatter on the social media. Whom is he related to? Where are the connections coming from? What else is hearing? Suddenly, there's a rumor, is Mustafa alive or dead? Trump gives a 3-day warning before this Iranian oil wells will explode. And we have Agrachi going to Pakistan, going to Oman, coming back to Pakistan, going to Moscow, and tomorrow, and when you see this, he's going to meet Vladimir Putin along with the Iranian ambassador. So what is cooking? A lot of things are cooking, a lot of things are happening. So let me take you through whatever is happening in the world. So on the onset, I'd like you to kindly request to like this video. Subscribe to all our channels. And you know the ethos of Bharat Vichar. Our portal is a good 10 minutes read for all the fantastic news coming here. And you can support us as well. So let's do the Shubharambha. Look, Arachi was in Pakistan for 24 hours. The deal did not happen. Trump was rattled. Trump said, oh, I'm not sending my guys to Pakistan. Next time they want to come in, they want to call, let them call. And we are the most beautiful, with the most secured lines in the world, well, that everybody has for that matter. And let them talk on the phone. I'm not sending my guys 18 hours down the road and for them to talk. And you know, when we are not sure of the outcome of the talks because they don't know who the leader is. They don't, even nobody wants to become a leader there, and all the leaders are scared. Usual Trump's rhetoric. So, Arachi goes to Oman. Oman, he meets his counterpart, who has been also mediating for them. And Oman was also, by the way, one of the worst hit countries by IRGC. And then he turns back to Islamabad. He's in Islamabad for a 1.5 hour duration. And then Arachi flies back to Moscow. Moscow is meeting Vladimir Putin. And Putin has agreed to mediate. When Putin has agreed to mediate, that means Pakistanis are out of the game. I've been telling you this because Pakistan is already, Putin enters the game, Pakistan is out of the game, and Putin is the only person who can talk to Trump and make him do things. Putin wants this leverage because he has an issue which is stuck in Ukraine, and he wants Iran and Ukraine to be used as a mutual counterbalance. So Pakistanis are out. Now, President Trump was also very angry with Pakistan, what looked to be. And he said, look, none of my guys are going to Pakistan. We are not going to Pakistan anymore. Pakistan is out of bonds. No more negotiations in Pakistan. Well, Mullah Munir and Mullah Shahbaz must be crying and then, they must be bleeding tears. But that's what life is. No more Pakistan. No more discussions in Pakistan. No more negotiations in Pakistan. Pakistan is out of bonds. Now, when Trump was asked about China and he was asking what about those ships, what about the ship which had, the ingredients for this 155 ballistic missiles, Trump was on the guard. He said, look, China could have been worse, but they are not worse. It's like you slapped me 5 times, but you could have slapped me 10 times. So I saved myself from 5 slaps. So in a way, you are not too bad. And that's what Trump has to say about China, because Trump does not want to open another fiasco with China, because China has already warned him about the time. Now, if I come to the Middle East, the ceasefire has practically ended. Technically, it's still there, and that is what we are coming to know. IDF has lost 2 soldiers, unfortunately, rest in peace. And there are 7 and 8 of them who are critically injured. Some critically, some injured, but it's not a minor injury, what I have figured out. So the Lebanon is going to be a bit of a tricky operation for IDF because, of course, it's a ground assault. We can expect the things to go south. And another thing what I want to discuss with you is the link of the attacker. Now, this attacker who attacked Trump, who tried to assassinate Trump, was very sure I was here to assassinate Trump. Comes from a well-to-do family, bachelor's from Caltech, master's from a reputed university, has the money to go and pay for these degrees. 31-year-old was swift as a dart, and Secret Services did a fantastic job in apprehending him. He said, "I'm here to kill Donald Trump." Now there are two kinds of images which are doing rounds on the social media. One image is that he has he's wearing a T-shirt, what we say typically, and it has an IDF logo in it. Now, in the time of deepfakes, anything is possible. There's one more image which is doing the rounds and which looks more authentic to me, at least. He's wearing a Pakistani T-shirt. So, does he have a Pakistani link? Does he have a Irani link? What the hell is his link? Because to best of my knowledge, this attack was orchestrated and was ordered by Iran to send a message to Trump: look, if you can take out our leaders in Iran, we can make you unsafe in your own country. And the tyranny is it happened in Washington, D.C., under the watchful eye of all the law enforcement. Still, good luck, God's grace, Trump is saved. We wish him all the best of life and we'll pray for his safety. But this is an breach of the American security establishment, because if the president can be attacked in Washington, D.C., it means a lot. Now, president is not happy. FBI is not happy. Kash Patel was literally shivering, and JD Vance comes and spills the beans. How has he spilled the beans? Let me try to put it and give you your perspective. So, this is pretty much what happened during the day. These are the global insights. Let me take you through step by step what happened. Arachi went to Oman, right? And then he came back to Pakistan. Pakistan had a short meeting. He's going to Moscow. Now, Agrachi has said that Iran does not trust United States. Agrachi has said he's not authorized by IRGC to meet any American or any American delegation, forget it, in Pakistan and anybody else. Agrachi says in Oman, if somebody has to do a compromise, it is United States of America, not Iran. Iran has done enough. So Iran is hardening its position after the attack on Trump, which to me is, I don't understand. This is not normal. Mohammad Ghalibaf comes into the picture. He says, look, I have been attacked twice. There were twice the attempts which were made on Mohammad Ghalibaf. He survived, the speaker. And the judge of the Supreme Court, the controversial judge, comes into the picture and he says, look, I have got 30 million youth who are willing to do Janfada, that is mass martyrdom for Iran. So you have to kill around 3 crore people or 30 million people who are ready to die protecting Iran. So basically, if you want to come in, there'll be a lot of mass murder. And Iran's population is how much? 80 million. So approximately half of the population will be wiped out. So if you want to do it, Mr. America, you're most welcome to do it, because there are talks of nuclear weapons which are doing the round somewhere. I hope and pray they are never used, but there are talks which are at least suggesting that. So this takes the things to a different paradigm. Now, with all these things going on, are you trying to justify that Ghalibaf was trying to assassinate 2 times, so you try to assassinate Trump? I don't know. Now, Trump talks about the uranium. He says uranium is not negotiable. We need the uranium in any way whatsoever. Iran says uranium is out of the bounds. We are not going to talk about uranium. Take it or leave it. This is what we bring. This is what we are doing. We are, going to talk about it. Now, that is about this. Now, with the attack and the possible Pakistani link, there are a couple of thoughts here. Mullah Munir spent 3 days with IRGC. Didn't he get a hint of the attack? I doubt. Agrachi was 24 hours in Pakistan, then the attack happened. Did Pakistani say nothing? Of course. Not possible. And what is important is, even with this attacker, he had kind of communicated to his family. He comes from a mixed family, I think. Mother or father, one of them is white and one is black, or from Africa roots. So he had informed the family, and one of the family members informed the police. So it is the family who informed the police. It's not the other way around. He checked into all that. He loaded his guns. He got it up and he got all the ammo right there. He shot at the special services. Luckily, the people got saved. But that is what pretty much he did. Now, what is he going to do? He, wearing this Pakistani jersey, makes things suspicious. Things breaking out in Pakistan, Trump getting furious about Pakistan. Trump is, Pakistan is not a future destination, makes things more and more and more palpable, and the Russian angle coming in. In the meanwhile, if I look at Israelis have made a history, not by Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu literally saying the ceasefire is over. He is talking of giving Iron Dome to the UAE. Imagine the Jewish jewel crown, Iron Dome, being given to a Muslim country. A lot of people believe that, in Middle East, these things happen and all. It's people like Tayyip Erdogan, it's people like Pakistan, and there's some other elements which are nefarious. I've been always saying the only country which is doing well and holding the ground is UAE. The rest others are really messing it up. So this is a very welcome step, and of course some Patriot batteries and all a shift. Who could have imagined that the crown jewel of Israel will be given to UAE to protect them from Iranian missiles? Likewise, there are Patriot batteries deployed in Medina and Makkah to protect it from Houthi missiles. Again, Houthis are Muslims. Iran is again Muslim, but they're Shias. Houthis are Shias. Iran is Shias. So there is a bit of a divide, but fundamentally they're all Muslims. And Jews are protecting Muslims. It's a wonderful gesture. I mean, if you look at the broader perspectives of it, it's a wonderful gesture. Now, the rhetorics are increasing because Mustafa is sending a message: I will not leave the Strait of Hormuz. Strait of Hormuz will be what it is. There'll be no change done to the Strait of Hormuz, and we are not going to leave it. But there's a memorial which has come up in Marsad, and it has Ali Khamenei, it has Abdullah Khamenei, and it has Mustafa on it. Now, the people are contemplating, if Mustafa is alive, why on a memorial his picture is there with his father and the older Khomeini? Is he literally alive? Is he dead? Is he what? We don't know. And these are some of the things which kind of Mustafa increasing the rhetoric. Iran saying will not give the uranium. The Mustafa's pictures appears there, and IRGC upping the anti-Singh. Gilabaf was attacked twice. 2 times he was trying to assassinate. So in a way, are you trying to justify what you did with Trump? Possibly not. And in the meanwhile, Pakistan also raising serious concerns. Pakistan is saying, we don't know, are the Americans serious about it or not? So Pakistan saying this and Trump hitting back, Pakistan is not a destination. So Iron Dome goes to US. And in the meanwhile, there are also talks of a Mossad secret plan. What is a secret plan? The secret plan was basically been worked for a couple of months. Once the ceasefire had kicked in a way, Mossad wanted to activate that ceasefire plan. That was to topple the regime. They had their cards, they had their options, they had their players, they had their aces in the hand. But it is believed that Trump stopped the plan. Now, why should Trump stop the plan? Trump would only stop the plan if Pakistanis convince him to stop the plan. So Pakistanis convinced him to stop the plan. Trump stopped the plan, and Trump stopped the plan. And Mossad says now, you stop the plan. We cannot do it what you want, and the regime is now under nobody's control. And what Trump rightly says, nobody wants to become a leader there. There's no leader. Nobody wants to become a leader there, and that is how pretty much it is. And Sheikh Thayani has already met Trump. He's saying, look, sir, I'm on your side. They're really scared looking at the missiles of Iran and what are they going to target, which is which is not appreciated, which is a dangerous thing. And Iran is very clear on one thing: giving uranium is trading off his sovereignty and trading off the Islamic Republic's ethos. I mean, on the same topic, as you know, that if you give out the uranium, there's nothing left with you. What are you left with? You've traded off everything what you stood for last 50 years. So uranium is out of the bonds. Now, what are the options of Iran? The war is escalating. You cannot send your missiles to America. Your ships can't reach there. Your subs can't reach there. Your drones can't reach there. Your army can't reach there. What can you do? You can hire a person with a gun, maybe a crazy man, go and try to attack Trump. And he said he was here to attack Trump. And the tyranny is Trump wasn't there, Vice President was there, and the Speaker of the House was there. So all the 3 possible chains of command were under one roof. And if something would have happened, it would have been a big, big, big disaster. Thank God it didn't happen. Now, Iranis, trying to hire this man is a quite possible thing. But there are two connotations to it also. When the police went and started raiding the house of this man, they found literature which is anti-Trump, which is okay, which is anti-Christianity. And the person, to the best of my knowledge, is a Christian. So was the person brainwashed? Was he radicalized? Was he made into a jihadi by online radicalization? Or his mother or father, one of them Muslim? If that is the case, that reminds me of Barakat Hussain Obama. So you don't know. I mean, Pakistani t-shirt, anti-Christian, anti-Trump. So, man, 2 and 2 add up to become 4. And when you look at 2 and 2 together, it can be even 22. So are we looking at 4 or are we looking at 22? And Americans are silent on it. But the tyranny is, our good friend J.D. Vance, who was very scared, by the way, in the morning when they were whisking him out. He was shit scared, I would say. Is saying that the politics of the left in America is very demeaning. And it is because of that politics, Trump was attacked. Now, Mr. Vance, how do you know it was not Iran? Are you trying to give a clean sheet to Iran, saying that, it's not Iran, it's basically some left loonies who are trying to attack the president? And a left loony was so smart. He fired a couple of rounds at the secret services. Luckily, they were saved. But he almost reached Trump, and they got him in the nick of the time. So President Trump's third assassination attempt failed, and I believe it's a security breach. I don't believe that it's a left loony trying to settle a score. They are not so organized. So 3 men who tried to kill Trump, all the 3 are Christians, all the 3 are Americans. First 2 were on the behest of Iran. My thought is this man is also behest of the Iran, because if you look at what all is coming out of the closet, what all is coming out of his things, it doesn't look to be a normal man with the logical thinking. And Trump is pissed off with NATO. By the way, Trump is saying NATO is gone for us. NATO has betrayed us. We are not going to be having same relations with NATO as we had before. Now, when it comes Trump's 3-day warning, what is Trump's 3-day warning? Trump is saying within 3 days, the oil facilities in Iran will be full. Now, they can't pump more oil. They have to shut down the wells. When you shut down the wells, there's something which happens which can bring down the potential of the well by 50%. Or even after doing that, it can explode. It's a chemical or a natural formula which works together and which can explode the wells. Now, there is extreme pressure on Iran. 3 days to go. Wells can explode. Things can go south. What the hell you want to do? So let's see how does this happen. Arachi is again playing his games, right? And Trump again went into the rhetoric that, I stopped in the India-Pakistan war. I did this. 11 planes were drowned. No, we're down. No, I think with every passing day, he increases the number of planes. So I hope he gets his mathematics right. And Arachi going to Moscow and Putin intervening, interesting. And Mullah Naeem Qasim saying that Hezbollah will fight till death and they will not take any ceasefire. So practically the ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon is kind of denounced by Hezbollah, saying we are going to fight till death. There's nothing called ceasefire with us. So that again changes the paradigms. Europe, divided house. We talked about China, we talked about Russians, we talked about Americans, we talked about India's Prime Minister Modi was one of the first Prime Minister to condemn whatever happened. And though Shahbaz trying his best to write a tweet, but I replied him, I say, you and your guys should know what happened. You are a part and parcel of that. That is what the things look like. And one day, history will write. We all will figure out that Pakistanis were in the game. They are a part and parcel of what happened. They've been trying to befool America for quite a long time, which they have done. And, and it is how it is. And world is changing. And let me talk about something about Japan. American tankers of oil have reached Japan. So for the first time in last so many years, or a decade or so, Japan is getting crude from America. So no longer depending on Strait of Hormuz, no longer depending on the Arabian oil. It is the Arab coming from the Middle East or the Arabs. It is coming from the America. So things are again changing here. Things are getting crazy. JD giving a clean chit. Japan not talking much. There's uneasy calm in Pakistan. And Zardari has been to China. What does Zardari want to do in China? What the hell is he doing in China? Is it against Asim Munir? Imagine a situation, Zardari in China. Agrachi comes to Pakistan, spends a day, 24 hours, goes to Oman, assassination attempt on the complete American cabinet. Agrachi comes back, then he goes to Moscow, Zardari goes to China. If you look at the four before countries, America, India, China, and Russia. So are Pakistanis, are Iranis trying to do something? They were trying to go to Russia, they were trying to go to China simultaneously. Or is there an internal resentment against the Mullah Munir? And Zardari wants to get rid of him and he's going to China to seek their help to get rid of the Moran. Yeah, both the possibilities are there because there's a lot of internal infighting within the IRGC. There's a lot of power struggle within the Pakistan as well. Though you will argue that why does Trump always praise Mullah Munir? Because he's a janitor. He's a janitor. He loves his janitor. He's his car washer, cleaner. So he does all the dirty work for him. So Trump doesn't mind saying, oh, he's great, he's fantastic and all. That's what he says. Because you will not get anybody cheaper and better than him. So that is how it is. That is what it is. And everybody knows that Pakistan works for America. Pakistan does the betting of America. Pakistan is a stooge of America. And by here it is proven, but I'm very happy Pakistan is out of picture. I'm very happy way Mullah Naeem Qasim is responding. I'm very happy the way Americans are shattered because now they realize how grave the danger is. You cannot be killing the leaders of the other country and not be protecting your country because I believe if a bullet is fired, is your good or bad luck, does it hit you or not? The epitome of security is bullets should not be fired. And I don't know where does this Carolyn Levitt statement come in where she says, oh, shots will be fired. Again, it's going on to a very, very complex street of events. So, friends, if you look at today's edition, I updated you on the major global events. I updated you on the war. We're talking about America, India, China, Japan, pretty much everywhere in the world. What is happening? What has happened? And what the things look like? And what will be our world tomorrow? We'll figure that out. And I'll be as usual coming to you and telling you how do the global insights look like and how and you and me are placed to handle it. On that note, I'd like to take your leave. Before that, I would request you to kindly like our video, subscribe to all our channels. Bharat Vichar is an ideal lead for 10 minutes. You can support Bharat Vichar. And I want to play the video of SUMIT collections and SUMIT advisory. Give me a second.
नमस्कार मित्रों, मैं आपके सामने लाया हूँ सुमित पीर एडवाइजरी जो एक यूनिक इनिशिएटिव है जिसमें आपकी लाइफ, बिजनेस, पर्सनल, प्रोफेशनल कोई भी समस्या हो जिसका हम मिलके समाधान ढूंढेंगे। आप जूम के माध्यम से जुड़ेंगे, आप दुनिया में कहीं पे भी हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। ये 100% प्राइवेट कॉन्फिडेंशियल है, इंडिविजुअल्स के लिए है, कॉर्पोरेट्स के लिए है और प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच टू वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रॉब्लम्स if any kind of type, immigration हो, finances हो, career हो, life हो, business हो, कुछ भी हो, तो आपसे निवेदन है कि आप इस इनिशिएटिव का लाभ उठाइए और हमसे जुड़िए sumitpir.com के माध्यम से। ईमेल आईडी है sumitpirofficial@gmail.com और sumitpir.com पे जाएंगे तो आपको ईमेल आईडी, आपको व्हाट्सएप नंबर सब मिलेगा। आप हमसे जुड़िए और मेरी टीम आपसे संपर्क में रहेगी और इसको हमारा पूरा प्रयास रहेगा कि इसको हम एक सार्थक और एक बहुत fruitful end की तरफ बहुत जल्दी ले जाए। नमस्कार, प्रणाम, साधुवाद।
Now let's look at the collections. Beautiful ranges we are shipping across the world.
Shivoham, 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 Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham, 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 Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham. शिवोऽहं 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 चित्
So, friends, thank you very much. Pleasure always meeting you, and I hope you're liking the English edition. It came on your popular request. I like to take your leave and say thank you. Bharat Mata ki jai, Vande Matram, Om Namah Parvati Padaya, Har 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 Mahadev.